So I arrive late, and the robot gives me a first warning. Then I arrive late a second time for any reason. My mother gets sick, right? And I arrive late a second time. I arrive late a second time. My mom got sick. And I tell the robot, hey, yes, okay, robot, but my mom got sick. And he says, I don't care. It's a second warning, right? A second warning. And then a third time, my car has a puncture or a flat tire. And the robot says, sorry, teacher, you are fired. You are late for a third time. What do you think? Sounds comic, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's the rule of the schools. I cannot complain. I cannot say, well, it's unfair. No, it's the rule of the school. And you can translate this to any topic, right?
Uh-huh.
Any topic. So the robots have no feelings, and so you just apply the law. What do you think?
Mm, well, I think that obviously technology it's a great tool and it's a tool that we are getting used to do it every day, and it always have has advantages and disadvantages. Obviously, it is an advantage because you will have someone who uh, receive orders and who could check if something is right or not. For example, this case that you mentioned. But at the same time, I think that we could lose so many jobs because technology could replace us.
Yeah, exactly right. Miss, what is your feeling? What is the sensation you have from this little note? And we can extend these to other notes, of course, like the case of the pilot that was killed because disobeyed the control tower. What do you think of this?
Um, the pilot?
Yeah, the pilot was doing a maneuver. The control tower told the pilot, lower the altitude of the plane 300 meters, and the pilot didn't. And then a second time, pilot turned west 30 degrees, and the pilot didn't. And a third time, pilot do this, and the pilot disobeyed. Of course, it was a simulation.
Yes.
So third time, the pilot disobeyed. The the airplane killed the pilot and went back to the airport in automatic pilot. That's the news that was reported recently about a successful experiment. What do you think?
Yeah, well, um, it is great how the technology uh, has improved and how it can help us in so many ways and in different ways.
Um, it's like the technology go getting better, but it's still missing the human part, like the understanding reasons, because the robot don't care if the his mom got sick or the flat tire or things like
Yes,
that. But a human, okay, I understand. Or maybe another example could be, sorry, I'm late, because there's or a familiar die or things like that. The machine is at least don't understand reasons in the current times. Maybe getting better could be, but not right now.
you can also program the computer or the machine or the robot to accept some excuses, right? For example, you can say, excuse me, robot. Excuse me, robot. Um, I got a flat tire. And what would the robot say if you program it to accept some excuses? What would it say? What would he say? Maybe he would say, okay, send a picture, please. And then you send it a picture, and the robot detects that effectively it is a flat tire. So you
Mm-hmm.
say, so you send the picture, right? You send a picture. A picture. Robot assesses. Robot says, okay, no problem. See you in 35 minutes. And that's it. On the other hand, the robot will be fair, will never scream you in front of the students, will never get mad at you, will also not gossip. I mean, there may be many positive things, right?
Yeah, yeah, of
Yes.
course.
I don't know. To what extent would you use this, Mickey or Mitch? What is the extent to which you would use this? I mean, what other applications would you give to this artificial intelligence? And we have talked about this before. So,
Mhm.
in what other areas would you apply AI?
Hmm, things
In
like
education,
education.
Education. Yes.
Well, depends on education.
Depends.
Mm-hmm.
Why?
Like it's not well similar to the example that you put that the people going late. What's happening if the kid don't understand very much, but the other students are understanding? It's going to well, it's the how can I say, dealing with kids is a pretty complex thing. Well, if we're talking about the education of any kind, mm, they need more patience. Or if an EA, each kid have their personal EA, maybe could be, but one for everyone could be pretty difficult, I think.
mm, well, yeah, it is true, but I would say that a program could have all the patience of the world because at the end is something that is uh, pre, how is it, previous configured or
Previously configured, yes.
yeah.
Yes. Yes.
So obviously depending of the age of the students too. Obviously, you're not going to use AI for uh, kindergarten students or something like that. Probably high school or until university. I think that there could be people who could have classes using AI.
How would it be? Would it be, let's say, a robot that you ask him questions as you ask questions to the chat GPT? Or actually, what is the difference between chat GPT and a teacher? There's actually no difference, except that chat GPT has more information, much more information, and doesn't, maybe he doesn't make jokes, right? But
Mhm.
Hmm.
other than that, I don't see nothing wrong with that. What
Yeah,
what is wrong?
no,
You just make a robot with a nice features, nice face, nice shape,
mhm.
nice everything, nice tone of voice, and that's it.
Yeah. Um, I would say that obviously in education there are more advantages than disadvantages. So I think that good work in education in general.
In general, right? With work in education. What about? I'm maybe fixated. I have a fixation with this topic of surveillance. But I keep thinking about drones patrolling the streets.
Mhm.
I don't know why. Well, I know why, because I have had enough of this violence in Irapuato. So the other day I was in the language center with the engineers, with the group of engineers, and
Yeah.
I told them, how about drones patrolling a messy street and taking pictures every hour and sending them to the tenants. Tenants are the inhabitants, the owners of the houses. So you make a business, you talk to the people of a difficult colony or difficult county, and you tell them, look, I have a little drone. I'm going to do a patrolling of the street every hour or every 30 minutes, and I'm going to send a picture to all the citizens or to all the inhabitants of the street every 30 minutes or every hour. And each of you is going to pay me, I don't know, 10 pesos per hour or 20 or whatever,
Oh,
right? So you gather 300, 400, 500 pesos per hour, and you tell them, what time do you want my drone to patrol the street? And they would say, well, normally we have problems after 7 p.m., from 7 to 1 p.m. So do the patrolling 6 hours. Okay, so I'm going to do that. Or you can say, there are, let's say, there are, how many families do you want to be in a difficult colony? Like 200 families or 200
Yeah.
families? 200
At
families.
least.
Okay, well, let's say 200. Well, you want to say three or more? How many? 300 families?
Probably
300.
300. Yeah.
300 families. Okay. And you charge them 10 pesos. Well, you charge them 5 or 10. Well, let's say 5 pesos. 5 pesos each to take pictures. 5 pesos, right?
Hmm.
5 pesos for 5 pictures every hour. You send a picture with a drone. Might not be a bad idea. Listen, it's or 10 pesos because it's a difficult colony. For 5 pictures every day, 5 pictures every hour for, or let's say, I don't know, you make the numbers. But the idea is that you make what is 3,000 pesos daily, right?
Hmm.
Per
yeah.
day. Well, and all you have to do is to make a database with the telephones or the what is that? Yes. And if somebody tells me, look, you pay 10 pesos and I send you the pictures, 5 pictures or 10 pictures of the street every hour, I would say, well, of course, right?
Yeah, of
So
course.
look, and this is a solution for violence. Then every person decide, well, there is, you see in the pictures that there is a gang, there is a mysterious guy, there is this, there is that. They are, there are strange cars in the street. Well, you decide what you do, right? You call the police, you take out your gun,
Yeah.
you turn off the lights. I don't know. You do whatever you want. But this is something that you can do using technology. What do you think of this idea, Mickey or Mitch?
Yeah, actually, it was something that the the one day I was thinking. I don't know if I saw video, and that's why I was thinking about it. But I think that there are cities where there are drones. How do you say? Patrolling.
Patrolling?
Yeah, patrolling across the streets, and I think that those drones are connected to the police station. So when they detect something that is not normal, they normally give a signal to the police station, and well, everything is like interconnected. So yeah, I think that more than fiction, I think that now is a reality in some parts of the world. Obviously, probably not here in Mexico, but in other parts of the world, I think that now is a reality.
I mean, there are drones in Mexico. There are
Yeah,
many,
of course.
and if they can take a picture and send it automatically to their houses, let's say that people don't trust the police. Oh, we don't trust the police, or they are colluded. Well, send the picture
Mhm.
to me directly, and I decide what I do. Well, that's another situation because the problems normally are avoided if you are alert. If you're
Yeah.
alert, you know how to react to difficult situations, right? Normally, problems take you by surprise. So, well, this is an idea, and it's not so extremely sophisticated. So you couldn't even argue that, well, that is not artificial intelligence, that is normal technology. But well, that is a start. You can automate the process and make it more efficient. Like you said, make an automatic call to the police. Well, that's another issue, right?
Yeah.
Or you
Mhm.
could even block the street. If you see something strange, you automatically look. You can do this. Of course, it's expensive, but you can do it. You can block a road. Have you seen, like in movies like in Batman and Superman, those streets that have little ramps that come out automatically when there is something like in the crossing section like this? Have you seen these things, Mickey or Mitch? In the
In the
street?
streets or where?
Yes, in the streets, where there is a little ramp that comes up
Hmm.
a little bit, and some of this nature. I'm sure you have seen them, at least in movies, right? And some of them have little peaks like this, right? So that you don't. No, how is that? Well, you guys draw much better, but the idea is that there is a little ramp that stops the traffic. Have you seen them?
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Hmm.
Okay, what do you think of those that are automated?
Um, well, will be like the ramps that are activated in the highways that you need to pay for drive. That if you don't pay, I think that those are activated, right?
Oh, I think that's exactly the case. Yes, yes,
Hmm.
exactly right. Yes. Or there may be a gate that comes up or comes down until
Hmm.
you do something, right? Maybe a
Yeah.
ramp is even better. A ramp, I'm sorry, a gate that comes up and down. If you, for example, like those that are in the trains, when there is a train crossing
Hmm.
like this, yes,
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Of course, yeah.
you have seen them.
Hmm.
Well, what do you think of this solution, Mitch, that is automated? The ramp comes up and down. If it detects something strange, and this is not impossible to design.
Mhm.
What do you think?
Uh,
Like a solution for violent colonies? Do you think it
mm,
would work or it wouldn't work?
I'm thinking. I'm not. I'm not pretty sure how this could work.
Well, you can activate many things electronically, right? So
Hmm.
let's say that your drone is detecting many people which you don't recognize, and they are trying to enter your street. And every person that sees this has a right to pull this down. You say, well, I think mm, my street is not safe, is not secure. I can activate this gate and make it go down. So I block the entrance to guys with a motorcycle. You can automate the process. So you activate that the gate goes down and you block the street. And it's an agreement between the neighbors. Do you like the idea, Mitch or Mickey, or what do you think? Or is too complex or too troublesome?
No, I don't think that is not. Um, it is not complex. At the end, I think that if you live in a street where it's mm, dangerous, in few words, obviously all the neighbors gonna be cooperative to do things like that to obviously to protect ourselves.
Yeah,
So yeah,
yeah,
no, I don't think that is something difficult to design or to do.
right. Yeah, even this idea, maybe let's say, well, I don't know how much is a drone, for example. Going back to this idea, I don't know if a drone is too expensive to invest. and try something
Depending.
better. Really?
Yeah, actually, I have a drone.
Oh, you do? Oh, yeah, I think you told me that you had a drone, right?
Yeah.
Well, if you
Yeah.
can make an experiment also, for example, in your street, you can tell your street that as a service, it's just an idea, of course. You're gonna can your drone take pictures?
Yeah.
Okay, some people go out on vacation or because they go to work. So you can tell the neighbors, hey neighbor, uh, I'm gonna pass my drone this Sunday at 11, 11:30, and 12 at three different times, or 11, 1, and 2, or you decide the times, and it's gonna take pictures, or or maybe on, no, during the week is difficult, but maybe you can train a friend or something. But you can tell somebody, okay, I go to work. I want to make sure that my house is safe, right? So the drone takes a picture of the entrance of my house, and it's like a camera, but every hour, and it's gonna take a picture of two or three places of the house. I don't know. There are so many possibilities. Maybe I am dreaming, then daydreaming, right? What do you think of this, Mitch? Does it look like too extreme, too crazy, or you can market this idea? What do you think?
Ah, uh, sorry, teacher, I lost myself.
Oh, don't worry. I'm going back to the idea of the drone, of the little drone, making an experiment. It can be you, it can be Mickey, it can be both. You can tell the neighbors, hey, I want to make an experiment. I would like to take pictures of the houses to see how the community responds. And you tell them, I'm going to pass my drone along the houses and take a picture and send you a picture every Monday at 7 or at 8. You want to be part of the group? And they say, yes, yes, yes. Well, I'm going to charge you 10, 20, 50 pesos. Uh, what do you think? You do a little survey, like an experiment, and then maybe 50% tell you, okay, yes, I accept. And 50% tell you, no, I don't need it. I have a dog, or I have an alarm system, or oh, no, I'm not interested. So you find the percentage of the people that accept your proposal. Do you
Mhm.
think that would be an interesting experiment to see what percentage of the people, what percentage of people, of the neighbors are interested in a security system based on a drone? What do you think of this idea?
Mm, yes, could work. I mean, if there are 30, 100 families, $10 for 5 pictures every hour, you can make, okay, that. Well, I don't think why, even if if you don't found any suspicious or dangerous, well, money is money.
Yeah,
and and everybody, well, you are doing it for good intention and also for getting a little of profit.
yeah, exactly. Let's find the threshold. The threshold is, if more, you do it. If less, you don't do it. That's a business concept, or the break-even point. I don't know if you understand the idea. For example, if they tell you, Mitch, if you say, I'm gonna do one pass and I'm gonna charge 300 pesos per family, maybe that's, oh no, 300 pesos. I better hire a guard or someone. But if you tell them 50, 50 pesos, and the drone is gonna pass 5 times or 10 times, I mean, what is the appropriate rate that you should charge? That's the idea. What do you think, Mickey? How do you do this as a businessman? How do you conduct this survey to establish the appropriate price? You're a businessman. Well, you want to determine the correct price per pass, per flight, or per picture. How do you
Mhm.
do this?
Mm, well, obviously, I think that we need to first of all determine uh, what are gonna be your um, the journeys, or how can I say, the journeys that the drone will have,
Okay.
because uh, depending of different factors, depending of the type of street, I think that if it's a street that is dangerous, obviously you need to, uh, in a way, earn more money, because probably you have that the damage that your drone could receive in those kind of streets are, uh, well, are dangerous. And probably a price here in my cluster will be, I don't know, 20 pesos.
Okay.
20 pesos.
Let's 20 pesos for how many journeys? That's that we're talking now, as they say. Now we're talking.
Probably 4 until 5 journeys, because the cluster is not too big. So probably I could take pictures of all the houses in in a single journey. So
Okay, so you say 5 journeys. 5 journeys. Let's see. What is five? Let's put it here. 5 journeys, 20 pesos. Well, let's say that 5 journeys. That is where here, right? This may sound crazy, but this may be a very good idea. Believe me. Maybe not to sell it to the government because they would spoil it, but to send it I mean, to start a business yourself with this thing. I don't think this is crazy because it can become more and more sophisticated. So 20 pesos, 5 journeys. What do you think, Mitch? Do you like it or? So how many people do you need to sell it to have an attractive business? 20 pesos. If you have one person, you say, I'm gonna make 20 pesos in how much time do you need to do 5 journeys, Mickey?
how much time?
Yes.
Mm, 5 journeys, probably 20 minutes.
20 minutes. So if how many people would you like to have? Let's say that you have 10 people, 10 neighbors. So that's gonna be, if you do it with 10 neighbors, how much money do you get in those 20 minutes? 10 neighbors times 20 pesos. What do you get?
200 pesos.
100 pesos for, well, 20 minutes, 200 pesos. In 20 minutes, 20 minutes just to take to do the patrolling, right? 20 minutes to patrol. How much time do you need to send the pictures to the families?
5 minutes.
In 5 minutes? 5 minutes?
Yeah, because actually, normally drones has an SD card, so you need to put in the laptop and then you export. For example, if you have a group on WhatsApp, you can share it almost at the same time. But if you want to share one per one, I think that it's easy on WhatsApp. Probably having like a group where you post all the pictures of this houses that you are, uh, in a way,
Protecting, surveilling.
protecting. Yeah.
You are surveilling the houses. Okay. And that's what you have to do. You have no liability, no responsibility, no nothing, right? You have
Yeah, your work is just to. Uh,
overfly the aircraft, the
mhm.
drone, you overfly the drone and send the pictures. That's it. That's your liability. If the person is a family member and I get alarm, oh, there is a person in my house. Oh, it's my girlfriend. Oh, there is a person in my house. Oh, it's my mom that was visiting. Well, that's my problem. That's my responsibility, right? But you took the picture. That was your job. What do you
Yeah.
think of this, Mitch? Don't you like the idea? How can we make like maybe a software where you include the potential neighbors. Maybe you talk to the city hall and you tell them, look, I'm going to give you the service as a subcontractor. You're not going to be part of the government. You're going to be a subcontractor to the security. I'm going to sell you a project, Mr. Police, and I'm going to fly 10 drones in 10 of the most complex colonies in Irapuato. I'm going to charge you, I don't know, you say 2,000 pesos per colony per night.
Mhm.
And they say, well, that's an investment. And let's see if it reduces the violence in Irapuato in 1 month. Let's make a test. So you tell them 2,000 pesos. I don't know if they would say yes or no, right? Of course. 2,000 pesos uh, per flight, that's a lot of money. I don't know if they would say yes. Times, but they pay much more money for other projects. For 10 colonies, times 30 days. Oh, I don't know. This may be crazy. What is that? 30, 300. How much is this? 20,000, 600,000, right? I don't know
Yeah,
if they would pay
yeah,
that in 10 colonies. It's less than a million, but they make much more money for other things that aren't worth it. But this is just an idea, right? You tell the city hall, hey, I want to sell you this. Of course, you need to have a godfather in the city hall, right? Maybe, but it's not crazy. It's not a crazy idea. You can sell it to the government as a subcontractor, or you can sell this idea to the neighbors. But maybe you need to make an experiment first in your own colony, in your own cluster. You talk to the neighbors and say, hey, I have this idea. What do you think? If they say, yeah, it's a great idea, well, then you have a start. If nothing happens, well, nothing happens, but you tried an experiment.
yeah.
Well,
Actually, I know of people who use their drones to obviously get money. For example, I think that drones has so many advantages. For example, there are people who, how to say, uh, who rent
yes.
who rent their drones to, well, for parties or for weddings or for any kind of event, and they just record, for example, I don't know, the entrance of the boyfriends, and they start to do a video of that, and they sell it. Or more expensive, the drones who are, how do you say this? Um, Agricultural drones, or how can I say it?
Yes, that's exactly right. And yes, they have been in use for many years. There's actually a company when you enter Irapuato in the bridge, in the first bridge on the left, that takes measurements of the acres and hectares.
Yeah, and there are companies who rent those drones, and I think that they rent those drones per 30,000, 40,000, because the price of those drones are at least 300,000, 350,000 at least, and there are some drones who overpass the million pesos, and
Really?
obviously, yeah, they're used to. Uh, hmm, how do I say this?
To measure,
To Yeah, but apart of that,
record?
to irrigate or to
Oh,
yeah to irrigate the fields. So you know that those fields are hectares normally, so they rent those drones for that.
yeah, exactly. Well, many more applications. What other, Mitch mentioned a while ago that you can use them in education, you can use them in agriculture. I think that we can use them in patrolling the streets, and not only the drones, but all kinds of interconnect many systems to establish to lock a city. Many things. It's just your creativity, right? Because there are big problems, there are big remedies. What do you think of all this, Mitch? Do you think this is something that is too idealistic? or it can become real?
Well, first of all, we need to do an study for all the elements, like the interest of the neighbors, if the police going to be total going to pay total attention to the photos, like maybe something bad is happening and the photo from the drone goes fast to the police station. There's going to be a department who receive those photos every 5 minutes. Yeah, 5 minutes. And if something wrong is happening, go there the fastest they can. Um, they have to do some proofs. No, prueba y error.
Test,
Some
test,
test.
test
Uh-huh.
and error.
To determine some errors and fix it and getting better of the project, updating the plan each test for to get better.
Well, you just made the whole solution of the project. You just made a study case of the whole thing. Yeah, I see nothing wrong with this. I actually think this is amazing. Um, now, the question is, who should pull the string to the cat? You know the saying? Or who puts the rattle to the snake, right? You know that saying, Mickey? Who pulls out? Who removes the rattle from the snake? ¿Quién le pone el cascabel al gato? Or who removes the rattle from the snake, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Who does it is the question, right? Who would be interested in doing this project?
Yeah.
Who would do it? Well, you can
The, the government or the neighbor, every people that wants to feel more safe.
you want to feel safer, right?
Yes.
But some people have the goodwill, but maybe they don't have the technology, or they have a good idea, they have the will to do it, but maybe they don't have the resources. Maybe they cannot coordinate, or they cannot talk with many people and convince them or persuade them. Um, I mean, who would do something of this nature? Of course, it needs to be two ingredients to motivate a person to do it. The first is that there must be a need. That's the first element. The second, there must be an incentive, right? There must be an incentive. The incentive can be economic, can be social, social, um, political, whatever. There are many ways people can be incentivated.
Yes.
What is another element? The technology must be accessible, right? Technology must be accessible. I think it's double S. I'm not sure. Accessible. Anything else that we need to think about this idea, Mickey or Mitch?
The technology must be accessible.
Well, for the three of them, there must be a need to do a project of this nature. There must be an incentive. The technology must be accessible. In other words, if you want to do something, well, there must be the technological elements to do it, right?
Yeah, of course.
What else is needed for a project of this nature?
There must be probably promotion.
Promotion. Well, yeah. The promotional effort. There must be a promotional effort. But you do that for every business, right? Every business needs a promotional effort. How much effort, promotional effort, do you do, for example, in your business, Mickey? How much time do you devote in terms of percentage or in terms of absolute hours to promoting your business? Like a lot, a little, 10%, 10% of your time, 20, or you say, I'm going to promote it 2 hours per week, 3 hours per week. How do people establish the time they promote something?
I think that there must be a correlation, depending of the size of your business or the size of your uh, yeah, of the work that you're doing. And for example, in my case, I normally post uh, 2 or 3 stories about the products that I'm having, because normally I have different products every week for the launches that are around the the world, if you would.
Okay.
And so yeah, normally I post 2 or 3 stories, and a part of that, something that helps to me in terms of promotion is when a client shares a story or shares their opinion of my product in their social media. I think that is uh, the best way of promotion.
Yeah, I absolutely agree with you. That is called word of mouth. Word of
Hmm.
mouth.
Yeah,
Best way to promote your product, your service is by word of mouth. If you give a good promotion to a person, that is usually the best way to do it. Word of mouth.
exactly. Yeah.
Well, okay, that's truly, truly interesting. Okay, let's do a little bit of grammar in the last few minutes that we have, which is like 20, 25 minutes that we still have. And let me show you, um I think we haven't done this yet. Reporting verbs. Denied is a very useful reporting verb. He denied, and you can
Are
use
you
it.
sharing?
Excuse me. No, no, I'm sorry. Let me. I was just sharing the. What is this? I was sharing the paint. I'm gonna share the screen now. The whole screen. Share. Okay, here. Share screen. The whole screen here. Okay. So in this one, we have the verb deny. He denied. He denied. Can you read this, Mitch? Please. Reporting verbs. Deny.
Yeah, different reporting verbs take different grammatical patterns. Some verbs can take more than one pattern. Deny verb plus noun. Katie denied the accusation. Deny verb plus that clause. Katie denied that she was a shoplifter. Deny verb plus ing. Katie denied stealing the chocolate biscuits.
Okay. I believe this is a very, very practical example of a complete application of a verb, which is deny. Right? Deny is very wide and has several uses. Deny, you know what deny is, right?
The negar.
Negar, right? Um, Mike denied, Mickey denied, Mickey denied having shipped uh, an Adidas pair instead of a Nike pair. Well, let's say that, right? So, is this the same as number one, number two, or number three grammatical structure, please? Is it similar to the first one? Is it similar to the second one? Or is it similar to the third one?
Mm, the third one?
The third one, yes, denied sending, right? Or having shipped. Yes, denied having shipped. Can you do one like number 32, Mitch, please? Using the third grammatical application. Someone denied having doing something or anything with a gerund, with the ing, please.
um, Carla denied having having okay deliver delivered a homework before 5 p.m. in the platform.
She denied it.
Yeah,
She said that she had not delivered the homework before or after.
before.
Before. So she said, I didn't send the homework before 5 p.m. I didn't upload my homework in the platform before 5. I did it, but after 5.
Yes,
Having delivered. Can we use uploaded? Having uploaded.
sure.
Carla denied having uploaded homework
The
before.
verb having in this context, how could sound in Spanish? To get.
Carla negó haber cargado la tarea antes de las 5 en la plataforma.
A ver. Okay.
Yes.
Right. Thank you.
Okay, very good. How about you, Mickey? Can you use a similar sentence? It doesn't
Mhm.
have to be a perfect tense like having denied, but you can use like this denied working for the competitors, right?
Mhm. Mitch denied um, coping. Mm, I need to use another word with ed.
No, only if you use the perfect tense like having copied. You could say Mitch denied
Uh,
having copied, or Mitch denied copying the exam.
the exam.
Or you can use also having copied during the exam, right? Or the homework or whatever. What do you want to say? Mitch denied having copied what?
Mitch denied having copied the exam.
Right. So this is number 3. And then we're going to work with number 2. Let's do something similar, but for number 2, that, denied that, right? For example, the teacher denied that his cousin was an angel, and he also denied that this cousin had an impeccable behavior, which is true besides. Okay, who can read this, please?
Um, the teacher denied that his cousin was an angel, and he also denied that his cousin has an impeccable behavior.
Yeah, and this is true besides. I don't give his name because it's inappropriate, but this is true. Okay, so denied that, right? Is the second case, the second example here. All right, who can give me another example like this, please? Deny that.
Um,
Um, uh,
eh,
mm,
Nikki denied that he was an influencer.
You are not an influencer, Mickey?
um, no, yeah, probably I'm an influencer.
Okay. But okay. Mitch says that you deny it, but it's okay. It's just an example.
Yeah. At the end, I think that all of us are we are influencers.
Right. That's true. That's true. Yeah. Okay, but the grammatical example is correct. The grammar is perfect. Thank you, Mitch. Thank you, Mickey. Mitch, you want to give us an example? No, I'm sorry, Mickey. You want to give us an example, please?
Mm-hmm. Louis denied that he was hmm, that he was using my laptop.
Perfect. Okay. Yes, that he was. That he was. You can also use other verbs. For example, my mom denied that she loved. Um, denied that she loved eating cookies after lunch. My mom denied that she loved eating cookies after lunch. She says, I don't, that she ate or that she loved eating cookies after lunch. Anyone can deny something, and it's correct, it's valid to deny something, right? And now let's do the number one example denied the accusation, denied the insinuation, right? Um, let's say me, let's say a friend of mine, a friend and of mine denied the insinuation that he was going to retire soon. There was an insinuation of a friend. This friend of mine said that he might retire soon. Somebody made this insinuation and he said, no, that's not true. I deny the insinuation. Okay, another example, please. This is number one.
Um, it could be. How can I say partido político?
Political party.
Ah, well. Morena political party denied manipulating the numbers of the population votes.
Denied what?
Denied manipulating the numbers of the population votes.
This is correct, Mitch, but this is number three.
I thought we were in number three. Sorry, I lost myself.
No. This is perfect, but is number three. Let's see if we can do number one. Just denying
Number one.
something.
Um,
You can say Morena denied denied the insinuation,
yeah.
right?
Eh,
Denied the insinuation or the accusation, right? The insinuation that they manipulated the votes, right? Okay, this is also correct, but this is instruction number one.
I got one. Germán Garmendia denied the accusation of, how can I say estafar?
Swindling.
Swindling his his followers with nah like that.
Yes, Germán Garmendia denied the accusation of swindling his followers. Wow. Swindling his followers. Swindling. Yeah, well, I'm almost sure that swindle is the verb. Let me just make 100% sure,
It
right?
wasn't a scammer.
Swindle. Estafa.
What
Swindle.
scammer means?
Scammer is
Uh-huh.
also similar. Scam
Scam.
is the same. Scam or swindle.
Okay. I
It's
think it's easier. Scam.
scam, right? That's a scam. That's a swindle. Very interesting. One more, Mickey, please, if you can give us an idea.
Uh, with any structure?
Yes, please. Any of the structures, yes.
Uh, mm, Johnny Depp.
Right?
Mm,
I think we do like that.
uh, denied accusation of Amber Heard
The accusation from
from
Amber. Amber what?
Heard. I think that is there. Amber. Yeah, Heard.
Heard like this?
Uh, Heard. E
Like this? Heard?
He.
Heard.
Mm-hmm. RD.
Like this.
Yeah.
Amber Heard of what?
Uh, of
Harassing her?
yeah.
Harassing her. Okay. Well, one of my students denied the clear evidence of using vape during class until we showed her the film taken by the classroom camera. What do you think of this? Who wants to read it, please?
Um, One of my students denied the clear evidence of using baby during classes until we showed her the film taken by classroom camera. Well, was in her house, isn't it?
No, in the classroom camera.
Ah,
Using vape during classes.
oh no.
Yeah, we were in class, and these are first graders of a junior high school. That means the
Hmm,
kids are 12 years old.
yeah, it's
Uh,
like they think the babe don't make
consequences?
any consequences. Of course, could be less than marijuana or tobaccos, but it still hurts his lungs. Its lungs. Hey.
Yeah, absolutely true. So I added these other words. I say, one of my students denied the clear evidence of using vape during classes until we showed her and her mom the film taken by the classroom camera. Yeah, which is another problem that is occurring lately. But she denies it. She denied it until we show her and her mom the film taken by the classroom camera. So I got distracted 5 seconds. I was checking something with the student, and she takes something from the school bag and gives a smoke to the vape. Well, I don't know if it's called smoke or something else. And after class, two of my students tell me, "Look, this girl is using vape in your class." I said, "No, how can it be?" "Yeah, when did she do it?" "Exactly when you turn around for 5 seconds, she took it out." I said, "No, this cannot be." "Yes." "Well, let's check with the coordinator." We went to the coordinator. She asked for permission to check the cameras, and then they summoned, which is another verb, summoned her mom. The mom was summoned, which is different from date, because date is on when you go out with friends. I have a date. I have an appointment when you go to the doctor, and you have a summon or you are summoned when you go to the trial, to the tribunal, or to something legal or very serious. So date, appointment, and summon. So the girl and the mom were summoned, and then she got a good scolding there. What do you
Mhm.
think?
Well, they have to understand, and each place has their rules.
And yeah, and the problem is that maybe she thinks that it's fun, and maybe it's fun. I never went through that.
Me
But
neither.
as you say, what do you think
Well,
of this, Mickey? Are we getting out of proportion? Are we going to exaggerate? Or I don't know. What do you think? You are young. You know the young world more or better.
Luis CC said Interin junto sweet.
maybe it's the thing that teenagers want to prove new things, the ones that are not able to prove from their parents or the adult society. And well, and when it's not a secret that teenagers tend to be more rebel until the established things that the society propose. And one of the babe, I think, is one of that. And
El Hijo del
even
Hawaiian replied to Luis Guzman si alguien sabe clonar bolitos mandi mensaje. Mi int
Oops.
Urisa aprend.
I think we have a spy in our class.
oh my god, I freeze.
Oh my god. Sorry, teacher. I have my Discord here open in the laptop,
You have
and
the
when
what?
someone, my Discord, it is an app like a chat,
Oh,
and when
really?
someone, yeah, sends a message, the computer repeats the message.
Wow,
So
that's
it's
amazing. What type of app is that?
Discord. Well, in Discord has different functions. For example, I'm in group of sneakers and of people who sell sneakers. And for example, when uh, I don't know, when Nike launch an specific model of sneakers that has more demand, Discord sent me the notification that it is available, and it sent me the link to the checkout, so it's easier to me to purchase instead of the rest of people. And the same with the tickets, and I have different things here. Actually, I pay for that. There are like groups, and you pay like monthly.
Right.
But yeah,
And
so
it
it's
pays
different.
back? No, no, so right. It's okay. I'm just curious. It pays back. In other words, you are hiring a service, but
Hmm.
you need to make sure that the service is worth it, right?
Yeah,
So
of
do you?
course. In the groups that I'm in, uh, one of those are from reselling tickets worldwide. For example,
Okay.
it sends me the notification that in Malaysia there's gonna be a Coldplay concert. So if I have access to that, I purchase those tickets and I sell on pages of Malaysia and in those countries actually you get more money than reselling here the tickets in Mexico.
Wow, that's amazing. Incredible. Malaysia in Asia, not far
Yeah,
from Japan and Singapore.
Malaysia, or for example, in 3 months there's gonna be a concert of Foo Fighters in Australia. So
Right.
I had an access to purchase those tickets too.
Very
And yeah,
nice. Very nice. Well, when are we having our next class? Is it going to be tomorrow, Saturday, or Sunday? Or what do you think? How are you? How loaded are you?
um, I can tomorrow, but uh, it m- it must be early teacher probably at 3:40 or 4 at least,
At the latest
because
tomorrow.
yeah, yeah, the latest, sorry, because I have my photo
Okay.
Juan
with
Pishav replied to Coco Yalo Envio.
with my group, and
Okay.
the picture is at 6. So to take time to obviously use my change my clothes, take a bath, and all those
Yes,
things.
yes, of course, of course, of
And
course.
the pictures will be in the presidents. So I need to go
Wow.
to how to say, center?
To the city hall, to the city center, to the
Yeah, to
downtown.
the city center, to the downtown. Exactly. So
Very nice. What do you think, Mitch? Can you do it
for it's
3:40 tomorrow?
okay.
3:40 for the latest.
3:40.
3:40. Well, I finish class at 3:10, and it normally takes me 15 to 25 minutes to come back, depending on traffic. So I may get home 3:50, close to 40 to 4, but for sure before 4. Maybe even 3:30 if I'm lucky. What do you think?
If there's not an issue for you, teacher, in starting the class at 4, it is
No,
perfect for me.
no problem at all. Tomorrow's Friday, right?
Yeah,
Yes.
Friday.
Yeah. What do you think? No, for me it's not a problem. At 4, I can absolutely make it. A bit sooner, I might try. But Mitch, what do you think?
For me, there's no problem.
Is that
I'm
good
free
with you?
today.
I think yes.
Okay, teacher.
Okay.
So,
See you tomorrow
tomorrow.
at 4.
Yeah, teacher.
Well,
Thank you very much.
thank you very much. You guys take care. See you tomorrow. Take care, Mitch, Mickey.